Hello, friends. I'm Jagdish Khatri from India, and I thank Moscow State Pedagogical University and the organizing committee. Very big thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak and present my views at such a prestigious event. The topic of my talk is on challenges in the integration of global and local cultures. Now, if we are talking about intercultural harmony, so this is an important point to discuss in my view. Now, let us see that after three decades of globalization, we have found that in last few years there have been uh, many unrest, protests all over the world against the process of globalization. Usually, it has been attributed to the inequitable distribution of the fruits of globalization among different regions and people for the cause of unrest. However, one important uh, aspect that has not gained as much attention as it should have is the cultural disruption. One of the main reasons for the protests and unrest has been a perception of threats to the local cultures, local traditions in different parts of the world. And they feel that the Western culture is being thrust upon them. And they will soon be, there will be efforts of cultural homogenization all over the world. So let us see into those aspects. Now, this perception and to some extent this acculturation has taken place between global culture and the different local cultures in different regions. So what it has done is that there is a kind of disconnect between the local and global culture systems, because global system is coming along with its own set of values, beliefs, the principles and practices, and at times they may be quite different to what is being followed in different regions since ages. So this has given rise to the nationalist forces in different regions, and both in society, in social as well as in political fields. And there is a great propaganda that the culture is being taken away. Now let us see what are the problems, what are the challenges, why this perception came. One of the reasons is that when the global culture was the globalization came along with its new set of opportunities, so it attracted the millennials and Generation Z youth people very much. They found new opportunities in their career, new skills, and new lifestyle. So they tried to adopt to the global culture. But at the same time, they could not disassociate themselves from the prevailing local cultures. So it has created a sort of bicultural identity. So when they which can be used as per the situation, but it has its own psychological problems also. There's always a conflict going on between mind and heart. The mind is saying that yes, we should go for the global things, but heart is still with the ethnic practices prevailing. Now, this was about the millennials and youth. The elders population, they have always been lived their life with a certain set of systems and practices, and they found that the new set of values and practices, they found it quite alien to their beliefs, and found it difficulty in adopting to these practices. This created a sort of conflict and identity confusion among them, and acculturative stress. There's a vast middle-aged population which is neither now with the local cultures and nor with the global cultures fully. So they are feeling as if they are marginalized and excluded from the way things are happening. So these challenges related to culture has created a psychological problems also, which need to be more investigated into. We see a lot of aggression among people in the last few years. There are depression, uh, disruptions, even up to the stage of suicides happening. People feeling alienated and disengaged with their society, with their own cultures. So they are not able to offer the full potential. At the same time, we observe that there is sort of a rise in a kind of cultural nationalism being propagated. We are the best, and our nation first, or something like that. So that there is a propaganda that all the cultures, they are at threat with the Western culture or the globalization practices. It is in fact a protest against the idea of a unified world. So let us not see it from only economic point of view or political point of view. We have to see from the cultural aspects also. So now, how to meet those challenges? It, there should be a role of educational institutions to promote cross-cultural understanding, awareness, and a capacity to adjust. We must inculcate values of uh, intercultural harmony and tolerance towards each other. That is to be there right from the beginning, from childhood. It should be there. I would rather say that apart from IQ and EQ, now what is more required is CCQ, that is cross cultural quotient, to develop cross cultural competence among people so that they are able to appreciate, adjust, and not only adjust but welcome diversity of cultures, diversity of opinion, diversity of practices. And then only we can have a sort of intercultural harmony and a dialogue between the civilizations taking place. There is more trust to be created among them. There is apart from educational sector, there is responsibility of all the religious and spiritual organizations also to lend a way to this intercultural harmony. If they go on teaching that our religion is the best and all others are not as good to be followed, and they are creating fertile ground for quarrels between different cultures. So this is something that has to be taken care of. Political groups, they have to leave the temptation of using this cultural disruption as their propaganda item for gaining power, because divisive policies are just against the set of values promoted by globalization. The basic uh, process of globalization, as far as I believe, is that it comes with a set of values that are quite liberal, they are secular, and they do not discriminate between different sections of people. They are not against marginalized people or the migrants or the minorities. Globalization is meant to offer equal opportunities of progress and realizing the potential of each and everybody. So culture should be a binding force rather than a dividing force. This is my view. So I appeal to all the sections of people in education, in society, in politics, and in all industry, that we must promote respect towards diversity, intercultural understanding, and more tolerance about that, so that the psychological problems that are associated with the this acculturation between global practices and local practices, they are taken care of. Of course, there has been a sort of what is known as cultural shredding. Now, each culture is not the same as it used to be because there is some impact of mixing with the global culture. Now, this is to be welcomed, adjusted upon. We don't have to leave our roots. See, stronger the roots, sweeter the fruits. That is there. But then it should not also stop us from exploring new opportunities, new avenues, and trying to understand the other's point of view. So it's a challenge that has to be discussed, debated, and worked upon to promote an integration of global culture, global values with the local systems, and arrive at a system where I call it to be global or local. That you develop a global consciousness, a global mindset, and still be attuned to the local roots and local practices also. You don't have to leave local things, but adopt to the new situation psychologically also. So that is my view. I thank all the organizing committee again, and wish this seminar, this conference, very high success. Thank you very much, and best wishes to everyone.